Hi, it's Max here from Music Makers, and today we're just going to go over the basics or why not you may need to compress. So the first thing we're going to talk about is there's a lot of myths in compression as to some people think, I'm not going to say you, some people think that you should compress every single track. And they're wondering how you can compress every single sound. They're thinking, how do I get it like all these famous artists? Well, the chances are, when they made that sound, they used two different layers of different sounds and they didn't compress it overly. I mean, some sounds you can hear are compressed when they've got a thicker sort of, really strong sort of band to them. But it's not a thing you need on every single sound in your mix, is what I'm trying to say. So don't forget, a compressor is a tool, and you only need tools when there's a problem at foot. So just like a screwdriver, if the screw's in tight, you do not need to screw it up anymore. Okay, that's how I think of it. They are tools, and that's how mastering engineers and all sorts of people higher up think of it as well. So what I'm going to show you is I've got two breaks here. One is a new break, one's an old one. Now compression can be used to clean up old breaks, maybe make them sound a little bit fatter. But where you've got new sort of music, new breaks and new drum loops, the chances are, because they may be made electronically, synthesized drums, the producer who made all these drums has compressed them, they've EQ'd them, well, not so much EQ'd, a little bit of EQ, compression, they've pretty much done a lot of processing to these drums, so you probably don't need them on newer drums. Okay, so what I'll show you is two different breaks. Now this is going to be the old one, and this will show you how to clean up an old break with compression. So if you hear there, the breaks, it's a sort of rock break, this one. Well, I'll get a compressor and we can hear, if I pull the threshold down, maximize the compression, and I'll turn the attack up to add more punch to the start of the kick. You can hear there, put to RMS just so it's acting per second, and you can hear there it's pretty much cleaned it up. It's made the old break pretty much a bit fatter. So we're going to stop that and we're going to go now to the next break. This is a new one, different channel. We'll listen to this. You can hear now this has been synthesized and it's pretty clean as it is. Now a compressor's it's probably not going to do as much to this loop. In fact, it's probably going to ruin it. So we'll do the same thing. You can see there, it's actually, it doesn't sound as natural or nice as how they'd made it. It actually sounds a bit warped and distorted now because, well, the compressor's actually bent the sound. So we don't want to do that really on new loops, and that's a reason why you probably wouldn't want compression on a new loop. So these are the two main reasons why or why not you might want compression on your track. Now what I told you earlier, you may only want 2 or 3 compressors on your whole track, your whole finished song. The main thing you're going to be going for on your song is a multi-band compressor. Now when you've grouped up all your tracks, let's say these are all separate parts of your drums, when you group these up, what you can do is add a multi-band dynamics, and you're going to turn the amount off so it's not going to compress it. it's just going to split it into 3 different bands: high, mid, low. And that is pretty much all you're going to do on your group channels. You know, you're going to have a group for your drums, you're going to have a group for your synths, you're going to have a group for your vocals and your bass. So that's pretty much what you're going to have on the end of your channels. Now, the main thing people really go for is EQ, but I'll get onto on that on the next tutorial, which will be how to master your tracks. Okay, thanks, that's all I've got enough time for today, guys. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and tune in.